So gymnos means naked and sperma means seed. Okay. So seed, sperma means seed. Okay, without ovary or without formation of fruit. So fruit is not formed. Okay, so that is called as gymnosperms. So naked seeded plant. Okay, so naked seeded plants are called as gymnosperms, right? So they are naked seeded plants. Okay, so this will be a sporophyte. So this structure is called as sporophyll. Okay, so this gives a support, sporophyll. So this will give support, and on top of this, gametes will be produced. Okay, on this sporophyll. So if female gamete is known as ovule. Okay, so ovule will directly be present on top of sporophyll. Okay, so this structure is called as sporophyll, and this one is ovule. So ovule will not have a ovary. Okay, so in angiosperm we saw that inside ovule, then outside there was one more layer of ovary. Okay, so this ovary was present in angiosperm. So angiosperm we have concept of ovary, then inside we have ovule. But these ovules are exposed directly outside, okay, in gymnosperms. So on top of sporophyll, ovule is present in gymnosperm, right? So naked seeded plant. So seeds are naked without ovary, or there is no formation of fruit. So fruit is not formed, no formation of fruit. Okay. So fruit will be not formed in gymnosperm. Fine. Fruit is not formed in the gymnosperm. Okay. So you can see sporophyll and ovule. No fruit formation in gymnosperm. Okay. So gymnos means naked, then naked seeds. Okay. So without ovary. So that is called as gymnosperms. So these are naked seeded plant. So first point, these are naked seeded plants. These are naked seeded plant, right? So they are naked seeded plant, okay, without, in which the seeds are not enclosed, in which seeds are not enclosed, not enclosed by, seeds are not enclosed by, okay, so seeds are not enclosed by fruit wall, okay, not enclosed within, okay, not enclosed within a fruit wall. Okay, so there is no outer layer, only seed is present. So after fertilization, ovule will get converted into a seed. Okay, so fruit wall or ovary wall. Okay, you can write it as ovary wall also. Okay, Prithvi Hegde, correct. Okay,
Ah,
ovary,
ah.
ovary wall also you can write. Who is talking this? Mute everyone. Fine. You can write it as ovary ball also. Fine. Okay. So ovule will get converted into seed. Okay. So outside there is nothing. So naked seeded. Okay. So ovule will get converted into seed, and outside there is no formation of fruit. Okay, fruit wall is not present or ovary wall is not present. Fine. So those kind of plants, they belong to gymnosperms. Okay, so the plant body is sporophyte. Okay, so plant main body is sporophyte in gymnosperm. So they have roots, they have stem. Okay, so main plant body is diploid, and that is called as sporophyte. Okay, sporophyte. So there is no alternation of generation. Like in bryophytes and pteridophytes, we saw haploid and diploid stages in bryophytes and pteridophytes. Okay, so that kind of haplodiploidic stage is absent. Haplodiploidic stage is absent in gymnosperm. So this haplodiploidic stage is not there. Only sporophyte is present. So main plant is sporophyte, okay, in gymnosperm. Fine. Okay. So plants are sporophyte. The plant body is sporophyte. Plant body is sporophyte, okay. So plant body is sporophyte, that is they are diploid. So all the cells which are present in the plant body, they are diploid. The plant body is sporophyte, which includes medium size or tall trees, okay. So include which include medium size, okay. So there are different type of plants which is medium size. They may be of medium size or large trees, okay. So large trees, they may grow up to a certain meters, so they are called as large trees, okay. So medium size or large trees. And shrub, okay. Shrub means small plants which range from 1 meter to 2 meter, okay. And shrub. Fine. So next, third point, okay. So body is sporophyte, which include medium size or tall tree, okay. So they can grow to up to certain height, so that is called as tall tree, okay. So now one of the gymnosperm, okay. So one of the gymnosperm, okay. So one species of gymnosperm. So one of the gymnosperm, the giant redwood tree, okay. So common name is giant redwood tree. Giant redwood tree, okay. So one of the gymnosperm which is known as redwood tree, okay. So redwood tree means it is quite large, big tree, okay. So it may range up to 40 or 50 meters. So that is called as giant redwood tree, okay. So one of the gymnosperm, the giant redwood tree, okay. So giant redwood tree. So scientific name is Sequoia gigantea, okay. Se, so spelling Sequoia, Sequoia gigantea, okay. So this is the largest plant, gigantea, okay. Gigantea, Sequoia gigantea. So this is scientific name of that plant. One of the gymnosperm, giant redwood tree. Okay, common name is giant redwood tree, and scientific name is Sequoia gigantea. Okay, is one of the tallest tree species among gymnosperm. Is one of the tallest tree. Okay, so it is one of the tallest tree. Okay, species, which includes in gymnosperm. Fine. One of the tallest tree species. Fine. One of the gymnosperm, giant wood red tree. Okay, that will be asked for 1 mark. Which is the tallest tree species in gymnosperm? So that is giant redwood tree or Sequoia gigantea. Okay. So this one is the tallest among the gymnosperm, Sequoia gigantea or redwood tree. Okay, so redwood tree or Sequoia gigantea. So these one is the largest plant which is present in gymnosperm. So next point. Okay, so as you know, the sporophyte is differentiated into, okay, so sporophyte is differentiated into, okay, so sporophyte will be differentiated into, as you know, that is root, stem and leaf. So it will be differentiated into root, stem and leaf, okay. So here true root, true stem and true leaf is present, okay. So sporophyte is differentiated into root, stem and leaf, okay. So next one, the gymnosperms are heterosporous. Fine. So gymnosperms are heterosporous, okay. Heterosporous, sporous, means they produce two kind of spore, male gamete as well as female gamete. So Prithvi, taproot. Yes, taproot is present. Taproot is present. This is the last tree, so taproot will be present. Okay. So you can add that root, stem, and leaf. For this much information is enough. It has to have, because you have to write only 8 to 10 points in exam. Okay. So there are many information in gymnosperm also. There are around 16 points. Okay. So no need to write that much. So 10 to, or if you want, you can write everything in exam. Okay. So gymnosperms are heterosporous. They produce two kind of spore, microspores and megaspores. So male gamete are small and female gamete is large. Okay. So small gametes are called as microspores. Then large gamete is called as megaspore. Okay. Female gamete is known as mega, and male gamete is known as microspores. Okay. So heterospores means two different kind of spores. Okay, and they differ in size. One will be small and one will be large. Such kind of spores are called as heterosporous. Okay. Yeah, so gymnosperms are heterosporous, whereas pteridophytes are both hetero and homo. Homo means same. Hetero means they will produce different kind of spores. Homosporous means they will produce only one kind of spores. So both male and female will be same size and shape. Okay. So that is called as homosporous. So pteridophytes will produce both hetero and homo. So some species will produce hetero, some species will produce homo. Okay. So both type of spores are produced in pteridophytes. So it is hetero as well as it is homosporous. Okay. So both kind of spores are produced in pteridophytes. Whereas in gymnosperms, there is only one kind of spores, and that is called as heterospores. Okay. So gymnosperms are heterosporous. Fine. They produce two kind of spores. Okay. They produce two kind of spores. Okay. So meaning of heterosporous, they produce two kind of spore. Okay. So microspores and megaspores. Microspores. So small spores are called as microspores, microspores and megaspores. Okay. So two kind of spores are produced by gymnosperms, megaspores and microspores and megaspores. Okay. Yeah. So then next one. Okay. So roots in some, okay, let's go to the root. Okay. Root in some genera. Okay, in some genera of gymnosperms, the root in some genera have fungal association, have fungal association. Okay, so some roots will be associated with fungi. So such kind, okay, so some plants of gymnosperm will be associated with fungal association. So root in some genera have fungal association. So that is called as mycorrhiza in form of myco, okay, in form of mycorrhiza. Okay, so spelling, what is that? M-Y-O-M-Y, mycorrhiza. Okay, M-Y-C-O double R-H-I-Z-A, mycorrhiza. Okay, H-Z-Z-A, mycorrhiza. Okay, so fungal association. Some root will be associated with fungi. Such association is called as mycorrhiza. Okay, so plant name is Pinus. Fine. So this plant Pinus, they have fungal association. So their root will be associated with fungi. Okay. So fungi will be associated with such plants. Okay. Yeah. So root in some genera have fungal association in the form of mycorrhiza. So some roots are associated with fungi. So such interaction is called as mycorrhiza. Okay. mycorrhiza. If fungi is associated with root, that is called as mycorrhizal association. Okay. So example is Pinus. Okay, Pinus. Fine. So next. So roots and fungi both are associated. In the roots of some plants, growth of fungi takes place. Okay. So such kind, its benefit. Okay, fungi, what they do? They obtain food from plant. Okay, so fungi are heterotrophs, so they obtain food from that plant. Okay, then next, second is fungi, they produce secondary metabolite. Okay, secondary metabolites or some chemicals. So secondary metabolites are phenolic compounds, okay, so which will be helpful for plants. So some or the other kind of compound will be produced by fungi, okay, and that will be absorbed by the plant, okay. So even in nitrogen fixation, yeah. So that is also a point. So nitrogen fixation. So nitrogen also can be fixed, okay. So nitrogen will be fixed. So NO3, okay, nitrate. Usually this nitrate will be absorbed by the plant, okay. Nitrate. So direct nitrogen cannot be, N2 cannot be absorbed by the plant. So it has to be converted into a nitrate, okay. NO3 minus nitrates, NIT, nitrite or nitrates, okay, both can be absorbed. So nitrate is NO3 minus, NO2 minus is nitrite, okay. So any one of these can be absorbed by the plant, okay, nitrate or nitrite. Okay, so then this nitrite will be fixed in proteins. Okay, so proteins, they need nitrogen. DNA, which is present inside, that also needs nitrogen. Okay, so all macromolecules, they need nitrogen for synthesis of protein, for synthesis of DNA. So DNA structure is made up of nitrogen. Okay, so that will be absorbed by this fungi. Okay, so that is there in plant physiology. So that's why I'm sort of leaving it here. Okay, so you have to study how the fixation takes place, how nitrogen is getting converted into nitrates and nitrite. Okay, so there are two forms, nitrates and nitrite. So that is there in plant physiology. Okay. Okay, so root in some genera have fungal association form of mycorrhiza. So example is Pinus. Okay, so in Cycas, the small specialized root. Okay, so next is another example in Cycas. Okay, so small. So they have, in Cycas there is small roots, specialized root, specialized roots, small specialized roots. Okay, so in genus Cycas, small specialized roots called corolloid roots. Okay, the roots are called, they are called as corolloid roots. Okay, so some small kind of roots are present in Cycas, so they are called as corolloid roots. Okay, so associated with nitrogen fixing cyanobacteria, associated with nitrogen nitrogen fixing cyanobacteria. Okay, cyanobacteria. So by cyanobacteria is belong to Monera. Okay, so they belongs to Monera and they are prokaryotes, cyanobacteria. So cyanobacteria are prokaryotes. So that I told you long back. Cyanobacteria belongs to prokaryotes. Okay. So root in some genera have fungal association. So example is Pinus. Okay. So this plant will have fungal association and that is called as Pinus. So next, Cycas has specialized roots. They are called as corolloid root. Okay. Though they are associated with nitrogen fixing cyanobacteria. Okay, nitrogen fixing cyanobacteria. Okay, so cycas, they have corolite roots. So if in exam, if they ask which plant in gymnosperms they have, okay, rhizobium bacteria, cyanobacteria. Yeah. Okay, so that is cycas. So this cyanobacteria, they have a specialized cell which is called as heterocyst. Okay, so in between they have a specialized cell which is called as heterocyst. So this cell will carry out nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen fixation will be carried out by heterocyst. Okay, so in between there will be a specialized cell which is called as heterocyst in cyanobacteria. Okay, so that will carry out nitrogen fixation. Okay, fine. Okay, so leaves in gymnosperms. Next thing. So if we go to the morphology of the leaf, okay, so leaves are well adapted. Okay, so leaves of gymnosperms. Okay, so leaf of gymnosperms. Okay, so leaves which is present in the gymnosperms are well adapted, are well adapted to withstand, okay, well adapted to withstand. So the leaf which are present are very thick. Okay, so they have thick cuticle which is present on top, can withstand. Okay, so it can withstand extreme temperature, humidity and wind. Okay, it can withstand temperature extreme temperature, can withstand unfavorable condition. Prithvi Hegde, okay, correct. Okay, okay, so it can withstand extreme temperature. Fine. So extreme temperature it can withstand, and humidity and wind. Okay, humidity. Okay, if there is more cold outside in winter season, so that can also be withstand by these plants. And wind, so high wind also it can resist. Okay, so extreme temperature, so that also it can resist. Okay, so in high temperature. Fine. So leaf, they have thick cuticle. Okay, so cuticle means extra wax like layer which is present on top of the leaf. Okay, so cuticle, so thick layer which is present on top of the leaf. So this is a leaf, so extra waxy layer will be present outside, so that can withstand extreme temperature. Okay, so outside there will be thick layer which is called as cuticle. Okay, so this cuticle is waxy layer. Waxy layer is called as cuticle. Fine. Okay, it can withstand humidity and wind. Okay, so during winter there will be more water content in the atmosphere, so that is called as humidity. Okay, present above epidermis. Okay, that we will deal in morphology of flowering plants. Okay, or anatomy of flowering plants. What is present in epidermis? Okay. Leaves of gymnosperm. So next, okay, so that is over. Then uh, heterosporosis of this. Okay, now spores are produced on special structure called as sporophyll. Okay, the stalk like structure will be present which are called as sporophyll. Okay, on top of this sporophyll there will be a sporangium or sporangia. Okay, so sporangia will be filled with the male gamete. Okay, sporangia will be filled with male gamete. Okay, so sporophyll, so when male gamete is filled inside sporangia, so this whole structure sporangia plus sporophyll is known as microsporophyll. Okay, microsporophyll. Sporangia will have male gametes inside. Okay, So sporangia. So on top of this sporophyll, sporangia will be present. And if male gamete is present in that sporangia, it is known as microsporophyll. So microsporophyll will produce male gamete. Micro is used for male gamete. Okay. Then in some of the sporophyll, ovules will be directly present on top, egg. So such kind of sporophyll is called as megasporophyll. Okay. So some sporophyll. Okay, there will be stalk-like structure which is called as sporophyll. So on top of that, sporangia is present. So inside sporangia, male gamete. If male gamete is present, then it is called as microsporophyll. Okay. So in some of the sporophyll, megasporophyll, ovules will be present, and that is called as megasporophyll. Mega is for female and micro is for male. Okay. So mega means ovule. Ovule will be the structure which is present on top of sporophyll. Okay. So megasporophyll and microsporophyll. So mega is for female, micro is for male. Okay. So this kind of structure is called as a sporophyll. Okay. On top of that sporophyll, which gamete is present? So depends on that. We call it as mega and micro. So if female ovule is present on top of that, we call it as mega sporophyll. Okay. So depend on what kind of gametes are arising on top of this. Based on that, we call it as mega and micro. Okay. So if female is present, mega sporophyll. Okay. So mega sporophyll and micro sporophyll. So both kind of gametes are present on this. Okay. Stop. Fine. Okay. Okay. So next point, the spore are produced in the sporangia. Okay. The spores are produced on the sporangia. Okay, spores are produced on the sporangia. Okay, on the sporangia, which are born on sporophyll. So these sporangia are born on, which are born on sporophyll. Okay, so these are born on sporophyll. So just now I told you what is meaning of sporophyll. So sporangia, which are so spores are produced on the sporangia. Okay, so male gametes are produced inside the sporangia, which are born on sporophyll. Okay, so next point. Now you can write microsporophyll. Microsporophyll. Okay. So microsporophyll male gametes. So sporophyll bearing the male gamete is called as microsporophyll. So micro means male. So if male gamete is present, that is called as microsporophyll. Okay. So microsporophyll, fine. Microsporophyll contains microsporangia. Okay, or male gamete contains microsporangia, means male gamete. It produces male gamete. Okay, so microsporophyll contains microsporangia. Okay, so microsporangia that produce microspore. That now this sporangia, microsporangia, will produce microspores. Okay, they will produce microspores, right? So microsporophyll contains microsporangia. Okay. So sporangia is nothing but sporophyll containing this globular like structure. They are called as sporangia. So inside that there will be microspores. Okay. Fine. Next one. Now megasporophyll. Next is megasporophyll contains. Okay. So next point. Megasporophyll. So megasporophyll contains. So megasporophyll will contain megaspores. Okay. Megasporophyll contain megasporangia. Megasporangia. that produce megaspores, that produce megaspores, okay, that produce megaspores, okay. So my megasporophyll contain megasporangia that produce megaspores. So megaspores are nothing but ovule, okay, ovule. So microspores are nothing but male gamete, okay, male gamete. Fine. Megasporophyll contains megasporangia. So special structure in which ovules are present. So that is called as megasporangia. Okay. So microspore develops. Okay. So microspore will develop into a male gametophyte. Microspore is a male gamete. Okay. So microspore is a male gamete. Okay. Sorry. So microspore develops in. Okay. Okay. On this. Okay. So directly we'll go into fertilization. Okay. So the gametophytes produce. Okay. So microspore. Okay. So gametophyte. So wait. I'll complete that statement. 1 minute. So microspore develops into male gametophyte. Okay. So male gamete microspore develop into male gametophyte. Okay. And megaspore. So on top of the tree, there will be development of male gametophyte. So microspore develop into male gametophyte and megaspore develop into female gametophyte. Okay. So female gametophyte, that is embryo sac like structure, will be formed inside the ovule. Okay. So microspore will develop into the male gametophyte. Okay. So like gametes are formed, so that is called as male gametophyte, and megaspore will develop into the female gametophyte. So female gametophyte is egg. So egg and male gametes like pollen grain or sperm will be produced inside the microspore. Okay. So microspore develop into male gametophyte and megaspore will develop into female gametophyte, that is egg. Okay. So female gametophyte is known as egg and male gametophyte is known as sperm or pollen kind of structure. Okay. So next thing, the gametophyte produce male and female gametes. Okay. So the male and female gametes, male and female, male and female gamete, the male and female gamete, okay, undergo fertilization to form zygote. So now next is fertilization. So they undergo fertilization, they undergo fertilization. Okay. So male and female gamete will undergo fertilization to form zygote. Okay. To form zygote. Okay. So both male and female, they undergo fertilization. They go form zygote that develops into embryo. Okay. So that develops into embryo. That develop into embryo. Okay. After formation of zygote, next is development of embryo. That develop into a embryo, okay, and ovule into seed. So embryo is present inside the ovule, okay, and ovule into seed, okay. So ovule will get converted into a seed. Zygote develop into embryo and ovule into the seed, okay. The seeds are not covered by fruit wall. So we can add one more statement. The seed are not covered by fruit wall, okay. The seed are not covered, seeds are not covered by fruit wall. This only already I have told you, okay. It is not covered by a fruit wall, okay. So the seeds are not covered by fruit wall, okay. Hence name naked seeded plant, okay. So hence name naked